Okay, hopefully we're live and up and running. And hopefully with sound. Okay, I think we have sound. Okay, I think we have sound. Yes, we do. Okay. Once again, welcome to Montezuma. Sorry about the issues. I hadn't been aware of them. It's a nice day here, 67 degrees, a little bit breezy, and definitely sunny, as you can see. Welcome to Montezuma. Welcome. Since my arrival, I have seen or heard turkey vultures, great blue heron, osprey, pigeons, red-winged blackbird, common grackle, a robin, a catbird, eastern wood pewee, marsh wrens, song sparrow, swamp sparrow, yellow warbler, purple martins, tree swallows, and I think that's just about it. Oh, Canada geese, I showed you those. Hopefully you saw them. So like I said, hopefully things are up and running and okay now. So I continue to hear the marsh wrens, red-winged blackbirds as well. I love a good look at a marsh wren, as you know. And as I mentioned, but you didn't hear, today's Sunday, so may end up ending the tour a little early. Only because usually on a Saturday, by the time I get back, it's quite late. Did I mention great blue heron? I think so. I've seen or heard a couple of them, and I just am seeing one land now. Although I may have heard it already. Just heard a swamp sparrow. Oh, I just saw a barn swallow. Very briefly. Oh, I forgot one that while we were trying to restart, also heard a common yellowthroat. It was singing. Actually, I think that's the only thing I recognize from yellowthroats anyway. This channel to our left is fairly dry from what I can tell. Either that or else maybe I shouldn't say it's dry, but it doesn't look like it's free and open water. It looks like maybe there's duckweed growing on top of it. I don't know how dry that is, if it's mud or if there's really water underneath. So far, fairly quiet here. Oh, I did hear a catbird also. Forgot to mention that. And what was possibly an American red star. I wasn't positive about that one. There's another common yellowthroat we just heard. Looks like there's definitely more water here. Remains to be seen if we see much on it. And looking over here, I'm not seeing anything either. Oops. Just trying to cut down on the breeze here in the car. You just look with binoculars. Nope, not really seeing anything. What is that? That looks like a black tern. See a few Canada geese. Oh, I just heard a common gallinule, and I'm seeing looks like a female red-winged blackbird, I believe. God, And is that a gallinule? Hold on one second here. That looks like a gallinule down here, a different one. I heard one from this, this side. Just heard a song sparrow. Not sure if I saw something interesting just now or not. I see a great blue heron. So I mentioned Canada geese, so there are a couple here, but I thought I saw something else moving around here. Oh yeah, wait. Okay, those are geese also. They're just partially hidden by the vegetation there. At least I think they're geese. Looks like some maturing youngsters also. Okay, that's what we saw. Just look out a bit around with binoculars. Don't see anything. Now, some interesting shorebirds had been seen here the other day. I'm not sure exactly where. I don't see any areas where I believe they would be going, just because there's a little too much water for them. See some geese and goslings over here. Those goslings look relatively young. Let's take another look at them. Hold on. Good to see.
As organized as she likes to get them.
We're definitely moving right along here. Not seeing much. I hear a pied-billed grebe. And see an osprey in the air way over here. This is through the windshield, so it won't be super clear. And oops, sorry. I don't know if that's the same osprey or not. It might be. Could very well be. Okay, 1 second. What do I see? I see some mallards. This one swimming here was just on top of that mound just a moment ago. And there may be a female that is quacking. I'm not sure. Oh, someone's still quacking. Oh, hold on. Oh, beautiful. Let's take a quick look at something. And then we might move and then look at them again. not close, so we're not going to get a super sharp view. We'll move forward shortly. Possibly improve the look, I'm not sure. We're not going to get much closer. I mean, they are out there a ways, but they're ahead of us, so we'll shorten the distance a little bit. I'm not sure about having a clear line of sight, though. While we're here, let's look around. In the back there are Canada geese swimming. And I'm not sure if there's really anything else back there. And I see an osprey in the air. Maybe that same one still, I don't know. Did the eagles leave? The eagles left. They're both gone. I missed it. But I don't see either eagle anymore. Let me. They were right over here, and now they're not there. Where'd they go? Going to be difficult for me to stay with this osprey. Okay. Well, anyway, they moved along, so let's switch cameras. I'm glad we looked when we did, otherwise we would have missed them. So we have two ospreys in the air right now. This one is at lower elevation. appears to be looking for fish. Great blue heron right here. The sweet deal. Those are the ospreys. Sorry. Oh, hold on. We may have 4 ospreys in the air. Let me look with binoculars. 1 second. We have 2 close by, relatively close by, and 2 out here. Sorry, I'm having a hard time focusing on them. It's a beautiful day, but sunshine sometimes and just a bright blue sky can be actually a challenge for my camera and autofocus and everything. Heard a song sparrow. So we're looking at an osprey. Seems to be looking at the water below for fish, if you're unfamiliar with them. We're going to switch cameras, I think. See if we can get a better look at this one. We may not be. I don't know. May not be able. It doesn't seem to have gone to the water. It came close. I missed it. Hold on, I gotta get things set so I can do this better. Problem is, I am in the car, so it's not easy. Not for me, anyway. Another one is now closer, but because of the angle, I'm going to stick with this one. Just be a little bit more difficult for me. Oh, the one that was closer went to the water, and I think it got something. Yes, it did. I heard that big splash. Sorry, I wish I had. Well, I can only watch one bird at a time. And the one that we were watching is a little too close now. So we'll watch this one. This is a different one. I may have just heard an eagle. Maybe. Oh, I missed it. I was hoping to go point at the ground, at the water where an osprey just went to the water, just splashed down. It looks like it didn't catch anything though. Maybe it did. Sorry, this is difficult for me, like I said. I'm having a hard time finding these two. There are two in my view. Just what a splash. I've never heard the splash so well. This osprey just caught a fish. I'm sorry I'm missing it. I have limitations as to what I can look at here in the car. But you may have heard the splash. They're truly amazing birds. The way they can find a fish and then just go right down to the water to catch it is amazing. However, I'm having a hard time seeing these. we won't watch too much longer. Oh, there's one closer. Hold on. See if we can get it. Oh, well, had it for a second. There we go. They're just amazing. Didn't catch that quite as well as I would have liked, but we're going to move on. Oh, there are the eagles. Just saw them. They're farther away now. But the eagles are still on at ground level. Where are they? Hello? Hello? There you are. So they're farther away than before. But here they is. Okay, we're going to move on. One second here. Yes, let's move on. I'm going to switch cameras. I wish those eagles were closer, but oh well. Glad we were able to see them. Oh, I see a... Not sure if it's a go or a turn. flew that away. Okay, well, kind of looked like a tern, but I'm not sure. And I don't know what kind. So I won't say anything. Even though I just did. See another great blue heron, not very close. We're going to keep moving. I would definitely say overall it's kind of quiet, and it's been overall a quiet spring here on Wildlife Drive. I mean, here it is. It's June now, and I would say, normally I would expect to see, when comparing to prior years, prior recent years, I would expect to have seen, various varieties and just more activity. Now maybe some of that will pick up, but I don't know. Every year is different. Oh, but last year, well, every year is different. And like I say all the time, you never know what you're going to see, where you're going to see it. Could be something that you see all the time, but you see it particularly well. Canada geese to our left. I have a feeling we're not going to be on Wildlife Drive very much longer. Maybe wrong, but I am hearing marsh wrens, and I mentioned the Canada geese. They're over here. Looks like, okay, some are younger, so they're not all adults. But you can see they're getting that adult coloration in without any doubt. But there's one, that one's pretty young. Overall, I mean, this season between here and Sapsucker Woods, we've really had some nice looks at Canada geese and goslings. just saw starling. Sometimes this area has, has water. You've seen that before. The area at the end there almost always has water. These areas here, are not consistent. They don't always have water like the other, like this end area does. But my point is, we've sometimes seen, great blue heron and egret activity along here, but because it's all dry, we're not going to see such activity. Just sort of swamp sparrow. And I think I'm seeing, what am I seeing? Oh, and common yellowthroat. And are these mallards? Look like mallards to me. Oh, and I heard a killdeer, I think. Yes. Meep, meep. And I see an American crow. And another. And I'm not sure who this is on the water. That looks like a grackle, I think. He's walking on floating debris. In the air, about to fly over the road, is a great blue heron. Oh, and here's a killdeer. We're going to try to take a look at it with the other camera. We better move a little bit. And it's moving. I don't know if we'll get it or not. Let's go to All About Birds and you read about killdeer, they're described as the shorebird, as a type of shorebird that you don't have to go to the shore to see. And I can believe that. Because they're often, in grassy areas, other areas like that. Sorry about the vegetation. Okay, let's keep moving. Let me just look around a little bit. We can look at the grackle that's walking on the floating vegetation, if I can find it. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm going to leave this camera in place for a minute. Just heard a common yellowthroat. Love to see it. Should I don't know what they were. I just saw two birds fly right over the road. I don't know what they were. Smaller birds. I don't know if they were sparrows. They may have been something else. Looking down the channel, I do see a great blue heron well away from us, right over there. In the water to our right, there's really nothing going on that I can see. Let's switch cameras, I guess. Canada goose to our left, just all by itself, from what I can see. Just swimming. Oh, there's another one. So maybe they're together. They're not very, very close to each other. Love the geese. Like I said earlier, I think some of their behavior is changing, and it may be that we're soon going to be or at least in the areas where I, frequent and travel and everything. I may not be seeing them much, during the week. That looks like an eagle in the air. Bald eagle. I thought I saw something else flying in the air too, something smaller, but I don't see it now. That was a very fast, rapid, for swamp sparrow, that almost sounded like chipping sparrow, but it was still softer than a chipping sparrow's. There are barn swallows flying around. Almost, the sound I'm hearing almost sounds like black terns. I don't see any flying. The grasses are quite tall here now along the road. So even if anything is in that marsh, it's almost like you have to go to the viewing area just to see. We'll go in there, I think, because there's not much going on here. So I might as well look at this side of it. Hearing marsh wrens. I'm going to set you down and look with binoculars just a little bit at some of the reeds. Nothing I can see. Okay, let's keep going. Again, you can hear the marsh wrens even above the road noise. But they don't, with the way things are growing in, it's not easy to see. I'm not saying that's bad for the birds. Maybe it's fine, but for our seeing purposes, it's not good. It's not about us. like I said, pretty quiet. There may be more birds here than we realize. It's just that with the growth pattern, partly because of the way it's been managed the last few years, and I'm sure part of it is just the way the season has been, you know, weather-wise each year. We're just not able to see what I would hope to see. Like I've mentioned here, and in other areas where, like, you know, we don't have nice, somewhat dense, you know, vines growing right up against the water, allowing us to see, you know, herons, or actually more specifically, you know, bitterns, for instance, that might be there. I think they might be deeper within where we can't see them, deeper within the reeds, instead of right there on the edge. There's more of a gradual ramp up of the reeds, as you know, that leads away from the water, rather than a very clear and steady line of reeds. From again. You see, areas like this, they may be fine for American bitterns and least bitterns, for instance, but, you know, by the way everything is grown, there aren't too many good areas where we might see them. What's this right here? We're going to switch cameras. I'll lighten it up. See a little detail. So they look like mallards, and is it that they're all maturing? Maybe ducklings that are a little bit more mature, maybe. Either that or, well, they almost look like they're fully grown. Okay, well, we can't see them now. We're gonna stick with this camera and let's drive ahead. Great blue heron over here. Well, somewhere. Could be that you can't see it through that camera. I can see it with my own eyes. There it is.